What up, people? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? It's another one. It's 11. 1 1. Two numbers back together. Same number. It's crazy. This is how we do it, baby. It's your boy. I'm going crazy today. We got some new faces if you see them downstairs over here. Oh, we lost one. He'll be back. I don't know. He's a little wild card anyway. But it's your boy. It's your man. It's Mitch. We're here. Wes, you decided. What's going on, baby? What's going on today?
What up, man? Good to see you, man. Another week 11 weeks in the books. Week 12 coming up. We got a trip ahead of Thursday. I'm excited, man. Let's do it.
Man, we got some royalty in the house today, man. This guy, let me tell you a little story about this guy right here, man. This guy, we invited him in the league, 6 years ago, I think it is now? Probably around that.
Yeah.
Year
Hall of Fame.
1. First year he entered. Now, dude's a good football mind. He played. You can tell if he stands up and flexes for you a little bit, he may show you a little bit. But this is my man Devin, ex-champion. What's going on, Big D?
What's good? Hall of Fame.
We still haven't got your fit for the jacket yet, but it's coming, man. It's coming, man.
Don't need a jacket. Hall of Fame. First year in the league.
It's COVID times, man. We don't know.
Although I did have to beg for my ring, I got a ring.
You got your ring though, so whatever. We lost Wes too. I don't know what's going on, people. We got some technical difficulties out there in the COVID times, man.
What internet do they have?
I don't know. Probably AOL with Wes, knowing Wes and stuff. But Gina's couldn't make it today. Got some family in town for Thanksgiving, so we're gonna move on as we always do. We're gonna wait for these guys to join back on and see what's going on. But me and D can hold the show down. I mean, that's what we do, man. It's no man. We're all royalty here. But as we do, man, as we do every week, we're gonna talk about everything. We're gonna recap a game. We're gonna do our yes ma'am, no ma'ams, locks of the week, bold predictions, everyone's favorite segment. Which is the Are You Serious? So we're gonna get it in today. We got a lot to talk about. We'll burn some airtime waiting for these goobers to come back on. I think we just got Kenny back. Kenny, what you got? AOL down there?
Was that me? What happened?
Yeah, man. You and Wes jumped off. I don't know what happened, man. So, but yeah, this is Kenny, man. Welcome to the show. We just introduced Devin. Tell the viewers a little about Kenny Schulter, man.
Well, Kenny's been playing fantasy football for, God, how many years now? Mitch, how many years has it been? 10, 11? Man,
it's been at least 10 years for you, man.
God. Grew up a Cowboys fan. Changed to the Panthers when 95 when they came along. I love football. I mean, period.
What? So, but are you excited, man? What? Tell me what the COVID times got you thinking, man.
I'm excited, man. I mean, obviously this season has been kind of a downer with the COVID and everything, but I think next year is going to be a lot better.
You kind of trend towards the bottom of the league every year, man. What's going down? I need a better showing from you, man.
Hey, man, I won Lewis's league last year.
Okay, this is a no man podcast. This isn't the play school. The play school fantasy football league, man. This is big. This is where the big boys come to play.
All I know is when Matt Ryan gives you 5 points, you ain't gonna do nothing, man.
Well, we got to draft better.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, maybe you're right, though. You know what? It's just luck of the draw.
Kenny, I'm gonna shoot it to you. We got Wes joining back right now. We got AOL joining back in a second here. We'll wait for him to get fully connected. What's up, AOL? What happened?
AOL.
That wasn't on me. What the hell?
It was on you, man. You and Kenny both. You both just
Wes in a verse
the whole time.
Dude, I was just sitting here and y'all were frozen. I shut it down because I thought, hey, what was going on?
We're gonna get into it, as we always do. Kenny, I'm gonna shoot it to you. So real quick though, before we get into everything, I want to say this. This may be the last installment for guest hosts, or guest spots on the No Man podcast. And welcome. I will say this. Let me preface by saying this. And Devin, this is no dig at you or anybody else that's been on before. The reason Kenny probably has a leg up on all y'all because Kenny's OG. Kenny was in one of the originals, man. You know, I talk about it all the time. I mean, Lewis is up there with him as well, man. We you know, rest in peace, Mike Davis. He ain't dead, but he's dead to me. But whatever.
Damn, what's that about?
Man.
He's just a jerk, man. But he tells us he said that our league isn't big enough because you know it's not $500 a person. A guy who never won the league wants $500 a person, but whatever. But no, Kenny's OG, man. When we used to take the cigarette breaks and he used to bum cigarettes from me, and we go downstairs to the smokers block and we do a podcast, you know. And so Kenny, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Where you got a leg up on some people, I need you to bring that fire. You don't bring that fire, that no man ain't coming home with you. I'm just saying.
What that got to do with Dubs?
Oh no, not in the league. He's terrible. I'm talking about in the for the no mammy.
Yeah, what about them Dubs?
For the no mammy award.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just for the no mammy award. Oh no, Kenny ain't win. I'm not worried about Kenny winning anything. We got the draft board behind me. We could do a Kenny recap later if y'all want to.
Kenny, you my man.
We love you, Kenny. But Kenny, I'm going to throw it to you first. I want you to tell me, just give me a game from last week. You know, Sunday, it could be Thursday night's game, it could be last night's game, whatever game you want. And let's rap about it real quick, and then we'll get into our business.
Indianapolis and Green Bay.
Great. That was a good game. That was a great game.
That was a great game, man. Indianapolis, how they turned it around, came back. They were down like 2 touchdowns, came back, won it with a field goal. That was phenomenal. I mean,
so I'll ask you though. I want to ask you first though. Then, so in that game, you know, the Rodgers and the crew they're up, they're cruising. What do you think they did wrong? What turned the tables for Philip Turtleback? You know, we remember him 2 weeks ago.
It was Indianapolis defense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but did he take his foot off the pedal?
You know what? I can't say that because Aaron Rodgers is not one to take his foot off the pedal. I think that, I mean, there was one interception he had that the guy tipped it.
Right.
So, I mean, you know, really, that's not something you can sit there and say, well, you know, he took his foot off the pedal. And so they got the ball back. I mean, but I don't know. Aaron Rodgers is not a guy I see taking the foot off the pedal. I
had to pick up of the week, man. Pittman Jr. That's my dude. Shout out to Michael Pittman Jr. Baby.
Yep.
Look, man, Green Bay can't stop nobody, bro. We know that, okay?
It'll be a shootout.
Yeah. So when you play Green Bay and you got a quarterback like Phillip Rivers, and any of the Colts don't have weapons, but Phillip Rivers can still toss that pill.
Yep.
At the end of the day, he can still throw that ball, and the running backs they have are serviceable together. No,
all three of them. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
no,
all three of them are together. They're like Voltron. You know, they together.
No, that's good. No, that's a great point. That's a great point.
And Green Bay can't stop anybody. They got to outscore you.
Yeah.
Defensively, they got Zaire. I think Zaire Alexander. He's nice, but it's just him.
Right.
And Phillip Rivers just picking them boys apart at the second half.
Yeah. I think the defense kind of.
And then the Indianapolis defense picked up. Yeah, the Colts picked up. They started getting the engine picked up. Like, okay, let's go.
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, once you see the light, it's a wrap. I mean, from a fantasy perspective, obviously, you know, Rodgers did his thing, Devontae did his thing. We've been crapping on one of the guys for weeks now in Tanyan, where you know 3-4 weeks ago, Tanyan was throwing up 20 points like it was nothing, and the last 3-4 weeks he's been like 5 and 6 and 7, and this week he threw 15 up again. You know, so you know I think again, you know, Wes, you know, we've had this discussion, you and I, especially about the tight end position and from a fantasy perspective, and it's usually your lowest scoring position on the team. You got defenses that are scoring more than your tight ends. You got kickers that are definitely scoring. Shoot, McManus is putting up 15 to 20 points a week himself. You know, your boy Younghoe Koo put up what, 14, 15 this week. You know, that outscored probably 75% of the tight ends. But if you go to them, because there are good tight ends out there. You know, there are good tight ends out there. and kind of giving you a little sprinkle, drop it down, a little sprinkle of what I'm going to talk about in my Are You Serious with when we get to that. But yeah, no, Kenny, great game, great pick. You know, I personally think that, in my opinion, I could see the Packers going further down the line into the playoffs and stuff than the Colts, and that's just my opinion.
No, you're right. You're right. But just like Devin said, I agree. Their offense, they're lit up, but their defense is.
Yeah.
It's just,
I hear you. I hear you. Wes, well, let's switch
You
up.
know where I'm going. You know where I'm going.
What?
I'm going Sunday night in Vegas.
oh yeah.
We talking about that game. You
All right,
set me up.
we normally just talk about one game. We talk about one game, but we are talking to the letter man, Mr. ABCD over here. Let's talk about it, because I'm going to say this. Let me say this first, and I'll let you talk about your team, your Raiders. Hey, Patty Mahomes, come here. Come a little closer. Come a little bit. You don't want to see the Raiders in the playoffs. No, I promise you that. That's all I'm going to say. Wes, you can have.
You know what? It took me a minute to kind of think about it, because all week I'm like, I'm scared because revenge game, they feel we embarrassed them. The whole bus lap around the stadium, like they're just trying to make up stuff to get them motivated.
Right.
And as I just kept watching the game, I'm like, okay, they're not up by that much. Oh, we got the lead. Okay. They came back. And I was like, I kind of felt a little comfort there that, okay,
Right.
this ain't the big bad wolf anymore. Like, we can play them if we just play our game, we run the ball, and just be smart with it. And, I mean, just kind of be quick and keep this thing going. We left too much time on the table for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
At the end of the day, like I said, we left a little less than 2 minutes, and he didn't even need that.
Right.
I mean, it was probably a blown coverage by my safety, who I think is a little reckless at times, but hey, it's an L. I got to take it, but I agree with most people. Hey, round 3, I don't know if they want a piece of that.
They don't. They definitely don't.
The Raiders are a problem for Kansas City, man.
Yeah. Like
Raiders
I
are
said,
a problem for
there's
Kansas
a round 3. I don't think they want to see that. Like,
But Devin, what is it though? What makes them a problem for Kansas City? What is it
So,
about that team?
Again, Kansas City
we can run
can't
it.
stop anybody.
Mm-hmm.
They still give up 28 to 30 points a game.
Right.
Yep.
So the Raiders score 28 to 30 points a game.
Exactly.
And that's
just
a
can't
watch.
stop 'em.
So now at the end of the day, what it comes to is who has the ball last, which
Yep.
last night was Kansas City had the ball last.
Mhm.
The Raiders left too much time on the clock
Okay.
and didn't have enough time because they got the ball again, didn't have enough time to get back
Time
down
to get
the field.
back. Yep.
So at the end of the day, Kansas City is a great team. They can put up points, but they also give up the same amount they put up.
Yep.
Right.
And the
Right.
Raiders can put, and the Raiders and don't be worried about the Raiders can go. They can put them up.
Dude, I've said it to Wes a long time ago. When I think when Gruden rejoined the team, I liked the attitude that he brought to the team. I don't really agree, and Wes will be actually right there with me with some of the decisions that were made, like getting rid of Khalil Mack and stuff
Right.
like that. But I know, I'm sorry, buddy. But at the end of the day, I think the attitude that he has instilled in that team, especially Carr. Carr he's nasty, dude. I just love everything about him, dude.
Yeah.
So. All right, well, look. I'm sorry.
Carr, you can tell Carr's happy and healthy, man. You know, when he's happy, he's healthy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Around him. Everybody's
Absolutely.
feeling good. The confidence is there. Them boys ready, man.
Absolutely. Well, look, we're gonna jump into it, man. It's everyone's favorite segment. I mean, I can't stop it, man. The emails come in. I go down to the soup kitchen. Everyone's talking about. I mean, it is what it is, man. We just got it. Matt, just everyone, just it's. Are you serious? Like seriously, tell me. Are you out there, internet land, WW, the webs? Are you serious?
Webs.
I'm just saying. So, in honor of just talking about his team, Wes, I'm gonna let you go first. I'm gonna let you start this one off.
Good.
I'll give a little insight into what I know he's gonna say. Wes came over for a visit on Sunday. We watched some football together. We had some family time together. We had a few cervezas. Had a few drinks, and we watched the game. We were watching the red zone, and we saw something that it just disturbed us both as football fans, and as fantasy fans. This just disturbed us. So Wes, I'm gonna let you go out. Do your thing.
All right. Carson Wentz, Philadelphia. We've been through this, and if you've been watching the podcast, I mentioned this before, but Carson Wentz, I don't know what ties Philly has to you. You wasn't the Super Bowl quarterback that gave him the ring to beat Tom Brady, but you are their guy. But I've still seen the same mistakes since like week 3. I know you don't got no weapons. The weapons were better this week because I think I saw Alshon out there. But you're still making the same mistakes, forcing plays that aren't there, fumbling, turning it over. Yeah, the weather wasn't great in Cleveland this weekend, but it was that just pick 6. This kind of was – that was it. That was just over the top. I was like, I'm done. Something has to be done. I know it ain't time for Jalen Hurts yet, but –
Oh, yes, it is. It is. It's totally time.
Wentz, y'all have to fix it because the East is available, and I keep going through that NFC East every day to kind of think, okay, who's going to win it? Now the flavor of the week is Dallas because Dallas won, but I think Washington can beat them Thursday, and then we're back to it. The Giants could win it. They got the Bengals, no offense, Mitch, but I'm like, they can get a win this week, and they can be at the top of that division. But I'm like, the Eagles are the ones that should have got a hold on this division early and maintained it, and they keep letting it slip away. And when you watch them play, I'm not even a fan, but I get frustrated at the football I see, and I'm like, I'm just saying, Carson Wentz, are you serious for this week and probably 2 weeks back? I'm still staying on that, so y'all got to fix that.
Well, I want to add something to that real quick, Wes. Here's this is the problem I have with Carson Wentz more than anything, because I was going to piggyback your "Are you serious?" right? The problem I have with Carson Wentz is this, and if you watched the game on Sunday, so you remember that one play we were watching? He made a really nice throw to Dallas Goedert, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nice little teardrop. That
was a nice throw in the rain.
It was beautiful, right? It was beautiful. The problem with Carson Wentz is this, is that he tries to recreate that magic way too much. As a successful NFL quarterback, you have to A, be creative, B, never show your cards. And he goes back to that same BS every single time. I just don't think he's that good of a quarterback. He has the moxie, it's there. Like all the tools are there, but someone threw out his toolbox.
Yeah, he still makes those rookie mistakes. Like, dude, I think he even got a safety last week. And I'm like, dude, you 3-4 years in this league, you should be giving up safeties.
But to your point, on paper, out of those 4 teams, obviously with Dak, look, if Dak was still there, Dallas would be my hands-down favorite to win that division. I mean, their defense is god-awful. I mean, just god-awful. But, right now, Philly should be killing that division. But I'm going to say the Giants are going to win that division. That's just on me.
Hello, everybody to get a vote. Who's going to win the division?
Washington has a chance to win that division, bro.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
I'm going to Giants, man. I think the Giants are getting healthy right now. They're playing better. Danny Dimes is playing better. I'm going to Giants all day on that one. It doesn't matter. The first round of the playoffs, that team is getting knocked out. The NFC East, the first week of the playoffs is gone. There's no chance of survival. Whoever they play. I mean, whoever it is, they're even lined up to play. It's not even going to be fair. So which is it's hilarious. But Kenny, who do you think is going to win that division?
I'll probably say the Redskins. I think. I mean,
so we got 3. Again, so I'm the lone wolf.
And like you said, it's not going to matter because
it's not going to matter.
We're getting knocked out first round.
All right, Kenny, I'm gonna throw it to you next, man. Give me your "Are you serious?" And I know, hold on a second. I know it's a little close to home, so I'm gonna hold my guy with me. Go, Kenny.
You know what? It's Joe Burrow and this is, I know this is your team, man. I know it. I mean, here's a guy, man, that I thought was going to be good, but not half as good as he ended up being. And he's been blowing it out. Rookie of the year, tears his MCL and ACL. Man, are you serious?
I know, and the thing about it is and everyone wants to blame everybody, and everyone wants to blame everyone else. And look, here's the thing: it happens. He's an aggressive quarterback. He doesn't mind taking a hit. I mean, it doesn't help that my team's offensive line is made up of a bunch of ex-crackheads and and people who have never played football apparently before. But there's a lot of factors into it. I mean, if you know anything about MCL and ACL, he could have been straining that thing for years, and just the right shot hit him. I will say this though. I'm gonna say this though. It was a cheap shot. It was below the knee. It was at the knees.
I don't know.
Dude, it's at the knees. You can't hit a quarterback. Look, if it was Carr, it was anybody else, I'd be saying the same effing thing. These shots to the quarterbacks below the knees has to stop. It's you're ruining. Just like, look, how many times can you count? And this is homework for all three of you guys. Between Thursday's games that we're going to watch and Sunday's games and Monday night's game, watch how many helmet lead hits are not called. Like, they all need to be called. It's getting a little crazy for me. I'll be honest. These refs, there's so many of them out there. How do you miss something like that?
I don't know.
So
Now, I'm not going to say it was like I said, when I can't watch that play too much because it's kind of gruesome. But I gotta say, I think Joe was high low. Like, the guy from the back hit him high, the guy in the front hit him low. But I can't say that. Like I said, I can't say that it was a cheap hit because I don't know how the guy in the front got blocked. Like, he could have got blocked into Joe, and he's crawling to try to get to Joe,
right.
and him being sandwiched at the same time could happen. I'm not going to give that.
But their history. Look what they did to Dalton. Look what that Bostic guy did to Dalton. He did this. He ran into while he was down. Whack! It's a culture sometimes, dude. That's the way. That's what I'm seeing. Is like when you're seeing certain players, like quarterbacks, getting hurt when they play certain teams. To me, it becomes a culture. We thought about that years ago when we saw the New Orleans Saints, and then it comes out a few years later that they had bounties on people. Go out there and kill that quarterback. Go out there and hurt that guy. I get it. It's part of the game. I'm not going to cry about it. Shout out to Joe Burrow. Joe, I hope you watch the podcast. If you don't, you better start. But no, I mean, I hope he comes back healthy. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, at this point, we ain't going to win another game the rest of the season, though. Ryan Finley is trash.
I was happy. I was happy for your Bengals, man.
Dude, I wasn't. I mean, they haven't been winning, and like my man, like Jameis Winston would say, it's all about the dubs. They ain't getting any dubs. I mean, they're losing little bullshit games,
Yeah.
Well, Maggie, draft the line. Focus on the line. Protect
your and that's what they have to do. I mean, we don't have to go for a quarterback, so which is kind of cool, man. And I think Cincinnati is going to be a place where people want to play. And I just think we need just more protection for the kids. So great one, Ketty. Mine's going to be NFL coaches, man. I'm sick of y'all. I'm just be honest with y'all. Y'all becoming soft. Yeah, y'all just becoming soft. Like letting, look, let your quarterbacks be game managers. Let your coordinators be the game managers. I want to see people. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but Mike Tomlin. To me, Mike Tomlin is the best coach in the NFL.
Yes, sir.
I like everything about the guy, and I'll tell you why.
That's a stretch when you're talking about a team that's 10-0.
No, but it's even before that. But no, look, Wes, look. You know me more than anybody else, and you know this statement is true for me. 95% of football is execution. 5% is the game plan. Okay, so those guys on the field, Roethlisberger, those three guys. Like I've always said, that Juju can't be a number one because he just can't handle the pressure. But when you give him two really good sidekicks, he becomes a great number one because they're not thinking just about him anymore. You know, their running game is playing good. Their defense is on point. Bud Dupree's having a season. You know, before he went out, Devin Bush was having a great season. You got Minka Fitzpatrick. He's the new Deion Sanders out there, but it's because of the coach. The coach, like a Mike Tomlin, who is not afraid to get in your face, who's not afraid to yell and scream at you on the sideline, no matter what situation of the game is in. He is coaching you to be that guy, to be that team, to go out there and look what he said. Look what the coach, not a player, not a representative, not a fanboy like us. The coach comes out and says, I hope the Ravens think we're desperate. Bring it. All these other soft batch cookie dough bitches coaches out there that are just so the game plan today was really good. You know, we went on, get out of here. I want to see grit. Look, Bruce, they said to Bruce Arians, so what is it about Tom Brady? Is it
I knew it. I knew you were going to go there.
Dude, look, I'll do this. Check this out, shit ball head. Yeah. I'm Bruce Arians right now. Check this out. Hey, Bruce, your quarterback had a fucked up night. His game sucked. Everything about him is trash. He's not what he used to be. He was a system guy. He ain't that guy no more. You made a bad move by bringing Gronk in and everything else. Stop playing friends with everybody and make these teams killers. Look at Mike Vrabel. That's another dude. For the Titans, that's another dude right there. That's a coach. Yo, he grabbed A.J. Brown. Check this out. This is if you go, it's on YouTube actually. Shout out to my YouTube family. He grabbed A.J. Brown after the second, right before the second quarter ended, right? And you could see him say this to his face. You are better than this. Get over yourself. What happened in the third quarter?
He took about 3 Baltimore Ravens to the end zone.
So this is my thing. Coaches, come a little closer. Are you serious? Wake up, check your pants, you're missing a flap. I need you to be men again. Thank you. Hey, Bill Parcells, go smack the shit out of everyone in the NFL right now because they deserve it. Now, this one's going to be juicy. I'm going to like this one. Kenny, can I get a Lewis one time?
Let
Oh, man, Devin, we're going to talk about it later, so I'm not going to take all your shine, and I don't want you to spend a lot of time on this because we are going to talk a lot about it later. But Devin, bring that handsome face to the camera a little closer, and tell me Are You Serious this week?
Lewis thought he was gonna beat me.
Oh.
I knew he was gonna lose to me. I knew he was gonna lose to me Tuesday before last Thursday's game.
Wow.
Now look, wow. Lewis the homie. That's my guy. But I saw your lineup, man. I scout nice. I'm a coach, and I saw you. I said, "Oh, don't look good for don't look good for the top guy."
Doesn't look good for him.
And when we went into Sunday evening, when I went into Monday night down, I don't know, maybe around 40 points or so. I looked at who I had to play. I had R. Woods, my dog. That's my dog. I've had him 3-4 years in a row. That's my dog. I always get him.
Is that all you had though? Last night going?
That's the only. I had the Tampa Bay D, so them getting 2 interceptions picked me up.
Picked you up. Okay.
They were down. They had 1 point. So those 2 interceptions picked me up. Okay. Ronald Jones only got 3 points, 4 points.
Yeah, 2 or 3 points. Yeah.
R. Woods picked up 31.
So you want to be in them. So you want to be in the top guy.
Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. I saw it. I saw it.
So Lewis, I mean, he was just basically saying, "Are you serious?" Like, now, Devin, I don't have the greatest memory of all time, but typically, how do you normally do against Lewis in the fantasy leagues?
I beat him all the time.
All the time. I remember. Look, we just to kind of
I think we played the first game of this season. He might have beat me the first game.
Might have beat you first time.
I think so. No.
This week is the returns of week 1. This is the return of week ones.
No, I played. For some reason, I think I might have to look back and see. But I remember playing Lewis.
I'll drop this little, fun time story time on the podcast right now for y'all. Devin and I and Kenny and Lewis, as we've talked about before, we all used to work together, on the same floor, in the same building. We were a tight-knit group. And I remember when Lewis used to come in after playing Devin or playing us and whenever he lost, but especially to Devin, because Kenny and I reported to Lewis. So we had to be a little careful about what we said. Devin, on the other hand, no, he didn't report to Lewis at all. And Lewis would never talk to Devin after a fantasy football matchup because he was salty as the Pacific Ocean, man. It was bad. It was bad. But I gotta say this though. Beautiful, beautiful first time in doing this, Dev. Great job. But hey, you know what? At the end of the day, my man's is still in first place.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
He's having a great season.
He got a squad.
Hey, look, no doubt.
Yeah,
Lewis got a hell of a team, but he got to know how to play them boys.
Right. Well,
because it's getting ready to get tight now. It's getting ready to get tight.
Right, and I'm gonna bring that up. I'm gonna bring that up at the end. Because I want to talk about that at the end because we're getting ready. We got 2 weeks left in the regular season.
Yeah.
2 weeks left. Kenny, people like me and you, we on the outs looking in, buddy, and I still have a chance. And I don't know what your record is right now, but I know I still have a little bit of a chance. But we'll talk about No Ma'am later. But this is Wes's favorite segment. This is like Christmas time before Thanksgiving for Wes, man. We do got to do some housekeeping though. We're gonna talk about last week. This is No Ma'am, Yes Ma'am, Yes Ma'am, No Ma'am. However you want to put it. This is who you should play, and the people that should be locked in a cage and never be allowed to play football again. So, as you can see on my trusty legal pad right here, we have the results of last week's No Ma'am, Yes Ma'am, No Ma'am. So Devin, Kenny, enjoy. I'm gonna skim through this real quick. I'm gonna go through my yeses and nos. I had Burrow. He got hurt. It is what it is, but he still had 13 points. He had more points, right? Hey, Wes, I sorry to do this to you. He had more points than Wes's quarterback, who Wes told to start, but that's another story. Now, I did screw up on Swift. He didn't play. I didn't know. This is Tuesday.
Because he got benched, man. Don't blame him.
I mean, Swift, but I had Justin Jefferson, 17 points, good showing. I had Hunter Henry, 14 points, good showing. My no ma'ams were Flacco. He had 19, very shocking. Did not expect that. I thought it'd be more of like a 4 or 5 day for him. Robinson had 11 as a running back. I'm not really impressed with that. I hit it on the nail with Scanlon. He had 6. And Ebron, he had 13. So it was a good day for a tight end for that. We'll go to Wes. And as you guys see, Wes doesn't go with one pick. We got that. Wes gives multiple picks on the Yes Man, No Man. He's the only one allowed to do that, by the way. He had Tua at 9 points and Cam at 21. So he went 1 for 1 on that.
1 for 2.
He did go with 1 for 2. Oh, yeah, 1 for 2. I'm sorry.
Tua got benched, dude.
Because he sucks. I don't know what to tell you, man.
He had a bad day.
You had Harris and Ahmed, which both gave 12 points. I mean, it is what it is. Now, he did pick he didn't go with an AB pick on his receivers for Yes Ma'am. He just went with all the Steeler receivers.
Exactly.
And, he had 23, 5, and 15, which is not bad. Good showing. And he had Ebron, which was his stardom, which is, again, not a bad showing with 13 points. He had Brady and Sidham at 18 points. He had Denver's we had some controversy last week. Wes didn't know the guy's name because he was light-skinned and he's not a dark brother. He's just a light-skinned dude. Which, again, that's Philip Lindsay for everyone paying attention.
Philip Lindsay.
He had Lindsay had 8 points, and Melvin Gordon. The time I decided to sit him,
garbage touchdown.
Yep. Hey, it's fantasy football. We could change our league name to the garbage time, and it'll be fine. And then he had Fant he had great call. the call of the week, obviously, on Hollywood Brown. He had 0 donut. He had nothing, 0. And then he had Fant at 950. Genius had Stafford. That was a great showing. Genius, by the way, 7 points to start him. Boo. Your Harris was 12.4. You had Deontay Johnson, 23 points. That was a great one. And Andrews, 20 points as a tight end. Phenomenal. Now, this is where Genius kind of lost it. His no-mans of the week were Deshaun Watson, who wound up giving him 35 points. Rojo, 2 points, which is fine, which is a great pick. A.J. Brown, 16 points, bad pick. And Tanyan, 15 points. So it was kind of a good balance, whatever, So we're gonna mosey on down to week 12. We got this is a weird week. It's Thanksgiving week. Happy Turkey Day to everyone out there in internet land. On Thursday we're gonna sit down, drink some Buffalo Trace. That's a shameless plug right there. Have some food and watch some football. I'm not saying it's good football, but it's at least it's football. The first game of the day, just kind of give you guys is the Lions and Texans. That should be a so as you're eating your turkey, you'll be falling asleep from the tryptophan and the gameplay on TV. Then at 4:00, we got another exciting adventure of the NFC East of the Dallas Cowboys versus the NFL football team. The Washington.
That's when you take your nap. That's the one you take your nap.
That's the one you're definitely taking a nap for. And then at 8:00, you got the good, what I think is a good game, AFC North battle. It's always a good game. The Steelers versus the Ravens in Pittsburgh on Turkey Day. So, I'm going to flip a coin. Kenny, we'll let you go first. Give us your your yes ma'ams of the week: quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end.
All right, so here, you just mentioned him, so I'm going to throw out a shocker for you. I'm going to pick Tua as my quarterback.
He just started the week. Oh, and by the way, real quick, there are no bye weeks this week. No one is on a bye.
Everybody's playing.
Everybody's playing. Every team is playing. Next week there's 2 byes, but this week there's no byes.
Yeah,
all right,
Tua's playing. They're playing the Jets.
Well, we don't need a breakdown. I just need you tell me your picks, and then we'll dissect them.
All right. So my running back, I'm going with Nick Chubb.
Nick Chubb. Okay.
Wide receiver, I'm going to go with I'm going with Tyreek, man, especially versus Tampa Bay. And then my tight end, I'm probably going to change this, but I'll go with Travis Kelce.
So you like that Kansas City Tampa Bay game, huh?
But here's my thing.
I'm going to be watching that one.
You picked the number 2 wide receiver and the number 3 wide and number 2 tight end or number 1 tight end in fantasy football. Can you be a little bit more obvious? But anyway, we'll let it slide. I'm telling you, this counts. I'm telling you, Kenny, this counts towards your no, mammy. Devin, I'm going to give you first chance.
But remember, my quarterback is Tua. Nobody's going to pick him.
Yeah, that's great. Exactly, no one's going to pick him. Devin, I'll let you dissect it first. You go ahead.
Well, I agree with Kelce because he's on my team.
Oh, Jesus. These guys.
Tua, I like Tua's game, man. I do like Tua's game. He had a bad game.
A bad week.
He can rebound against the Jets. Everyone rebounds against the Jets. So this will be his rebound game. Who else you said, Kenny? You said
Tyreek Hill.
Nick Chubb. Well, Nick Chubb is gonna get his. He gonna get it. He gonna eat like he normally does.
They got a rough. They I don't say they have a rough matchup this week, but I definitely think, well, at least they're not playing in freaking Cleveland, because that weather there has been so atrocious the last 3 weeks. It's ridiculous. So, but they're in sunny North Florida. They're in Jacksonville. So. I don't know, Kenny. I'll be honest. I don't like the Tua pick. I think the Jets. I'll be honest. The Jets are playing a little bit better defense, but they're going to be up, and it's going to be the Ahmed show, man. I don't see from a fantasy perspective. What would you say he's going to put up points wise?
I'll put it to you. He's on my team. He's my
That's
backup
great. I
quarterback,
don't care if he's on your team.
and I'm going to start him. And I'm going to say, I'm going to give him 24 points.
Wow.
Wait a minute. Well, you say he's your backup and you're starting him. Who's your starter?
Matt Ryan, who
Well,
went
I'll
5
play
last week.
Raiders, and I'm a Raider fan. I will play Matt Ryan on the Raiders.
Play Matt Ryan. That's a shootout.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, but this is why Kenny is where Kenny usually is. Love you, Kenny.
Hey, whoa. No.
All right, well, I'm going to be next on the chopping block. I'm going to go give you mine. I'm going to go quarterback Tannehill. I think he's due for a little bit more of a bounce back game. I think they got a good game against the Colts. I think it's going to be a shootout. You know, look what they let between them and the Packers last week. I think it's indoors, so there's going to be no elements involved with that. Man, I got to go with him. I'm just going to be honest. Look, I got to go with Gio, man. He's been playing great for Joe Mixon, and you know, he went up against two nice defenses the last 2 weeks. He's going up against the Giants this week. Shout out to my dad, Big Stu. Love you, but I think Gio's going to have another 20-point game this week. Man, look, I don't have one in here, but man, my little boy, my man, my heart, this is my dude. Cooper Kupp, baby. Give me the cup. Put it in the cup. Wide receiver star of the week, baby. Look, we'll talk about it in No Man, Genius. I'm coming for you. Don't worry about it. I'm going to unleash the beast when we talk about No Man recap. And then but on the flip side, my tight end star of the week, and he's never been on this side of the page, Mr. Evan Ingram. Welcome to the party. You're playing the Bengals, baby. If you don't step up this week, you ain't never making it to the side of the page again. I'm going to be honest with you, bro. So good luck. I hope. Look, my season's over. I'm all about fantasy right now. Evan, I need like 35. So, do what you do. So, all right, Devin.
So,
hey, attack me. Let me know what y'all think.
The only one I don't like is the Gio. I just think, he's going to get the volume, but I just think the way the dynamics going to change. Like, I think prior to last week, everybody was aiming to stop Joe. Now, you don't have to, stop Joe. Now it's like, hey, we got Ryan Finley in here. We can play honest. And so I think the defense will be a little strong. Like, I'll say he probably get like 10 to 15. I don't see him getting 20. I don't see him getting that many.
Before I let Devin and Kenny destroy me on this, let me post this to you. And this goes back to my Are You Serious? Zach Taylor's a bitch. Zach Taylor is going to 100% keep the same game plan. Maybe not volume-wise as much as Joe was throwing the ball, but he ain't going to slow down throwing the ball. I promise you that. And he's going to use Perrine, and he's going to use. And
what year is Ryan Finley? Like, I don't know.
Third year.
All right.
I mean, look. With all due respect, I like Ryan Finley. I liked him at NC State. I thought he was a baller there. I mean, he came in for Andy in the first 2-3 games. He played good, and then he became Ryan Finley, and whatever. So, anyway.
Well, Mitch, your Gio pick. I think Gio. I think he could be all right. Your Gio pick is, and for what Wes said, is going to be. I'll show you my receiver pick when we get to it. Okay. For that game, but I think Gio gonna be all right, man, because they're playing the Giants.
Right.
At the end of the day, man, they're playing the Giants. The Giants have been playing better, but they're still the Giants.
Right.
Okay. The Gio is still a hell of a running back, and he's a pass catching running back.
Right. And so I think that's gonna help him out too.
Yeah, and the way the Bengals like to throw that ball around, even with Ryan Finley. I think Gio probably gonna get off with catches as opposed to running in between tackles.
I'll tell you who could have a sleeper game for the Bengals, and not to talk about the Bengal game, but Drew Sample. I mean, if he's not in there just to block, I think Sample could go off. You know, tight end. They put all the emphasis on the wide receivers. You leave Gio and the tight end open. I still think. Look, I think we can win the game. I'm gonna be real with you.
I think you win the game too.
So
I'm gonna go with Gio because he's a Tar Heel.
there you go, Kenny. There you go. Wake up. All right, Devin.
All right, so my quarterback, I think coming off the bye week, we got Josh Allen, shootout with the Chargers. He's gonna pick it up. I gotta go with R. Woods against San Francisco, and San Francisco is my team, and I know R. Woods gonna eat.
He's gonna eat.
And I hate to say that, you know, it hurts me to say that because they're playing against the 49ers. It really hurts me.
But a lot of your guys are back though. A lot of the guys are back though.
Man, the defense still ain't. We're not jailed because they haven't played together like that the whole season.
Right.
So they're back, but you're back.
Right.
So running back. Now here's the thing about the running back. I'll give my other receiver, AJ Green.
Well, you only get one receiver.
Oh, all right. Well, take R. Woods out. Give me.
Yeah,
AJ
that's my spot.
Yeah,
that's my spot. You can't give A's and B's, Devin.
Yeah, A's and B's. But put AJ Green. Because we know R. Woods gonna eat, so I'm gonna take him out. Put AJ Green.
Okay. So we get running back. Why'd you skip running back?
Oh, I'm gonna give you running back now.
Okay.
Oh, you just go in your own order. I like that. That's unique. See, Kenny, listen. You see what he's doing? He's trying to win a no mammy right there.
So running back, I'm gonna go with Mike Davis with the Panthers against the Minnesota Vikings.
Okay.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
And we should have collaborated on that one. I got to cross his name out.
Yeah, we'll go with Mike Davis because Minnesota, again, don't really stop the run, and the Panthers can score. Although the Panthers are losing, they can score.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And Mike Davis has been a hell of a serviceable back, back in place of McCaffrey. McCaffrey ain't coming back this week.
No.
I think Mike Davis is gonna be in my tight end. I think Jonnu Smith gonna have a sleeper game against Indianapolis. You got a shootout, and I think Jonnu's gonna be the guy. He's been kind of hitting around 9 and 10 points, 11 points.
He's been So the only thing I'm going to remark on two guys. On Josh Allen, as long as his shoulder is okay and he's not wearing that harness anymore, I totally agree with you. That's going to be a shootout. Him versus Herbert, that's going to be a great game. I love the Mike Davis pick. That's a great pick. I think it's a phenomenal pick. But we got to stop saying serviceable for him because he has been there the whole season and he's been killing it all season. So shout out to Mike Davis. Hey, watch the podcast, Panther fans. Everybody.
No, Mike Davis balling, man. But what I'm saying is not consistent like McCaffrey was.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not McCaffrey. We know that.
Right.
He's Mike Davis. Like last week, Mike Davis didn't show up.
Yeah.
But
the whole trickery with PJ definitely took away from his game too.
Yeah,
I think Curtis Samuel is hurting Mike Davis.
Oh, absolutely.
And here's the thing: Mike Davis didn't show up, and the Panthers blanked the Lions.
Yeah. No, I
so you would have thought Mike Davis would have ran all over them boys.
I didn't understand that game at all. I did not understand.
Me neither.
That.
I was like, what is going on?
7 points out of Stafford, which made no sense. All right, Wes. All right, well, hold on. I got to get my pen. I made sure I got a new pen with all your picks that you're going to make.
No, I'm only going to give you one.
One?
One for each. That's it.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going Homer pick. I'm going with my boy Carr versus Atlanta.
Okay.
I'm still not a fan of Atlanta's defense, and I agree that's going to be a shootout. I'm trying to get any type of piece of action in that game, all the way down to the kicker, because I think it's going to be a lot of points. This is my other Homer pick. This is for No Man. I need Duke Johnson to eat Thursday. No pun intended, it's Thanksgiving, but I didn't need him to go off on Thursday because he's my running back too, and I think that's my weak spot on my team. My wide receivers, Mitch kind of hinted on it. I got Michael Pittman being one. I lied, Mitch. I'm going to give you two. Then I got Devontae Parker. I think him and Tua got a good tight little thing going on. My tight end.
Did he just get up in the middle of the podcast?
What?
I'll be right back.
This guy,
my
man.
tight end is going to be Hawk. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. My tight end is going to be Hawkinson. Because if
Okay.
Stafford gets it together, he better throw it to him. Because I don't even know if Kenny G is back.
They're saying so I've been I have him in No Ma'am. So I've been following it. They said that there's a strong possibility that he could be back this week, which makes no sense to me. It's a short week, it's like, whatever. But no, Wes, I like the picks. I'll be honest. I think Carr to me like if overall, I would say Carr is the start of the week, for quarterbacks.
I hope so.
I would put him at number one start of the week. Outside of the guys who throw 5,000 touchdowns a game. You know me, man. I can't. I know he's on your team, but I can't ride with Duke, dog. I can't.
Dude, they got nobody else to hand it off to.
Know, but that's why
I didn't like it because Watson was getting the goal line work.
35 points.
I know.
So
Watson was getting the goal line work. He was running in, and I hate that. I was like, well, damn, if you're going to take the little bit of action that goes to the running back, I'm like, shit, I'm done. I'm done at that position.
And Deshaun might get off again this week.
Yeah.
I know.
I definitely, I think so. Devin, let me ask you this question, because you're an old school kind of guy. We talked about Pittman earlier, and Wes picked him for his yes ma'am of the week. Question for you, I want to pose this to you. With T.Y. still being out there, wait a minute, no, but hear me out. With T.Y. still being out there, does that still free up Michael Pittman, or are they just saying? Because you can't look. I don't care what anyone says. He may not be doing great. Kenny, you're upside down. Pull it together, buddy.
Here's messed up.
Does it still benefit Michael Pittman for a guy like him to be out there, because they're still going to give respect to T.Y. Because you leave him open, he's going to burn you.
Yeah, it benefits him. Absolutely. And T.Y. still can run. T.Y. still run the best route runners in the game. But the problem, the thing why T.Y. hadn't been getting the looks is, number one, I think he just came back, a couple weeks ago?
Like 2 weeks ago.
And so, and then another part of it is Phillip Rivers, they throw to everybody. All the running backs, all the receivers. So T.Y. is not getting that attention that he used to get before with Luck.
Like D-Hop gets with everyone who throws him the ball.
Yeah.
Like T.Y. ran a route. He ran a flare route the other game, and Rivers dropped that thing in the bottom, and T.Y. caught it, boop, and tiptoed right on out of bounds like it wasn't nothing. He still got it.
He still got it, right? But I like Pittman. I think Pittman is a rising star, man.
Yeah, Pittman, nice.
So Devin, I want to start with you then on this. Then we'll go up. We'll go up this way. Give me your no ma'ams. No way am I starting this fool in my fantasy. His mama don't even start him.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but I'm gonna tell you this: who burned me, Julio Jones. I'm putting his ass on the bench.
All right, so you're gonna
bench Julio. He one of the greats.
Well, Julio got a Q beside his name for the last 2 years.
He does. He is always on the.
He questionable when he go on vacation.
Yeah. He's in the off season. Dad, can you pick me up from school? I have a question mark next to me. I don't know.
I'm questionable.
He been game time decisions since last year.
But does that mess you up when you? I mean, if you got him on your team, do you have him on your team?
Yeah, it messes me up.
Mm-hmm.
He gave me 5 points last 5.9.
Still won.
Huh?
You still won.
It doesn't matter. It's Julio Jones.
Exactly, dude.
I feel you. All right. Well, since you like to go out of order, we're going to call you out of order. Who's your quarterback, no ma'am, of the week?
That's tough, man. I wouldn't start Cam Newton.
Okay.
The Arizona Cardinals are tough, man. They got a pretty decent defense.
They do.
Cam's just in a bad place. He needs the season to be over quickly.
Yeah, I'd like to see him in a different place next year.
Yeah.
Who's your running back?
It's funny. I don't know who not to start. Ronald Jones or Leonard Fournette. I don't know. It's week to week.
So we're gonna go. I'm just gonna go Tampa. I'll put
Tampa
you
Bay
down for
running
10.
back.
Tampa, I don't know.
I'll put you down for 10. What? Hey, Wes went running with wide receivers from Steelers last week, and the light skinned and the dark skinned dude from Denver. So we'll go Tampa for you.
You got to think this Kansas City and Tampa Bay game can become a shootout. And Tom Brady they don't look to run the ball anymore. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Bruce, throw to your fucking running back, Bruce. Sorry.
He got two studs.
I agree. I totally agree. I
don't get it.
Look,
All they do is block.
in a different system, and with those two boys on that team, you could legit start both of them and be happy.
If they had the same system like Cleveland does and them two running backs they got, it'd be a problem. Problem.
Well, Baker's a bitch though, so fuck Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, but them Ronald Jones, they come in and line up and block.
Right.
That's
and,
it.
And they're not good at it either.
No, they pick up blitzes and still don't even pick them up.
Yeah. All right. So who's your tight end?
Not to start. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's tough, man, because I don't really pay attention to tight ends because I got the best one in the league.
Oh, humble brag.
I don't pay attention to him.
There's always got to be one at the table, Peter. There's always got to be one at the table.
I don't know, man. I'm at a loss. I'm being real. I don't pay attention to tight ends because I got the best.
You gotta get
fine. We move on.
No. Look, we got qualifying for no mammies, man. I need you to be on your game. Pick somebody, man. There's a lot of them.
And they are, and I don't pay attention to none of them because I got.
Just give me a name, even if he's playing or not. Joe.
Jordan Reed.
And Jordan Reed, you know what? Jordan Reed had a good game before the bye week.
He's terrible.
He is terrible, but he had a good game. I'd say bench Jordan Reed.
Okay.
Bench Jordan Reed.
I'm glad I could talk you into that because Jordan Reed is garbage.
And he's on my team, and I hate to say that. It hurts.
He should be garbage. Throw him away.
Wait a minute. If you a San Fran fan, how you get Kelsey and not Kittle?
Because Kittle was gone.
Yeah. But shit, you're lucky you have Kelsey and not Kittle because Kittle ain't doing shit.
I know, right?
All
Kittle
right.
got all that money, man. That boy hurt now. He's I'm chilling.
Mr. Easton.
Oh,
James. Cool. Wesley.
All right. Now this is gonna be serious, Mitch. This is serious. I'm talking about no mamming Lamar Jackson. Sorry, my Siri went off. But
I agree.
No mamming Lamar Jackson.
I agree.
Thursday night.
Yes, Pittsburgh.
The Steelers. They got no running backs. They got Gus. And he
the other two, JK and Mark Ingram were canoodling and they got the COVID.
I'm not gonna say all that, but that's no man QB. I'm gonna push it up another level. I'm saying bench CEH in the KC Tampa Bay game. I'm saying Mahomes all day. He's throwing about. They're not gonna run it. I kind of agree with that.
You should have left that for a bold prediction, dog.
Okay, we can come back to it.
No, that dude's gonna eat. I'm sorry, I don't agree with that.
No, they are no way.
That dude's gonna eat.
You can't run on Tampa Bay anyway.
Hey, Tampa Bay front is nice, boy.
Yeah, you ain't gonna run on Tampa Bay anyway. This is gonna be a passing game, and I gotta see if Tom Brady can keep up. But I'm bent. My no man is CEH.
Okay.
2 weeks in a row. No man in Hollywood Brown.
Hollywood. All right.
And I got a Thielen on there because he got the COVID.
Well, no, you
no.
You already committed to one pick. You got one pick. You went with Hollywood. Stick with it. Who's your tight end? Go tight end.
Gesicki.
Okay, Gesicki.
He ain't throwing it to the tight end.
I thought about saying Gesicki.
All right, Kenny, I'm going to go to you. There she goes. See, now she's going to win an award.
As she laughs historically while she runs away. All right.
There you go. Although she didn't give Uncle Mitch a shout out, I'm not going to say anything. But
hi.
There you go. There we go. All right, Kenny, give me your no mams of the week.
All right.
Hey, you don't have to take a break or anything, right? No bathroom break or anything?
Hey, man, call nature, bro.
All right.
Quarterback No, actually, let me start with tight end.
No,
Tyler
no.
Higbee.
You're going to start with quarterback.
What?
Quarterback,
Oh,
running back, wide receiver, tight end.
Huh?
Kenny, you do what you want to do. You give us the position you want.
Yeah, you the
Look,
guest.
just
Kenny.
because
Go ahead.
Devin is dyslexic doesn't mean you have to be dyslexic too, man.
I did. All right. Quarterback. Here we go. Quarterback. Kirk Cousins.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
It's the Panthers. They're
Well,
decent
hey,
players.
that's a good bet. I like it. I like it a lot.
Tight end. Can I go with tight end? Or I gotta wait.
Do what you got to do, man.
Tyler Higbee.
I'm losing control of the podcast, people.
Tyler
Genius,
that
where you
Tyler
at? I need Genius, man.
unreliable all season.
Who is that?
Tyler
Tyler
Higbee.
Higbee.
Yeah,
Mr.
Higbee.
Unreliable. Garbage. Running back. I was gonna say, but something Devin said changed my mind on that, so I'm not gonna go there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go running back. I'm gonna go.
I got a birthday in April. Hurry up.
What was that?
Here we go. Now he brings research paper. For 10 straight years at our draft, Kenny brings his phone. No paper, no pen, no nothing.
Yeah, kill me, man. Dude, listen. I was initially going to go with Gus Edwards, but I think Devin was talking, or somebody said
No,
about
Devin didn't say nothing like that.
I said that. The only
it's going to be a
running back
running
they got.
game. So I'm going to keep Gus in there. I'm going to say Naheem Hines.
Okay, that's a
Is
terrible
it?
pick. Terrible.
Okay. Thank you.
Who's your wide receiver?
Wide receiver, I'm going to say
Nobody? Anybody? Bueller?
Hey. Wide receiver, I'm going to say who's the guy I was
This is why we do research before the show starts, Kenny. Just so you know.
research. I had it.
Oh my God, you're working from home, man. Give me a damn wide receiver.
All right.
Oh, Jesus,
I'm gonna say DJ Moore.
that's great. You went home because you had no one else to think of. All right, I'm gonna speed up the process a little bit. I got mine. You guys can say what the hell you want about it. I don't really give a crap. Again, we've lost all control. This is like, I think the podcast got the COVID right now. I don't know what's going on, man. All right, quarterback, in order. You two. Nick Foles, garbage. Montgomery, garbage. Calvin Ridley is my sit-em wide receiver of the
Are
week.
you on crack?
What?
It's gonna be a shootout.
Listen,
Hold on. You can't sit Julio and Calvin.
we can sit him. Because when you hear my tight end pick, Devin, I align with you. Anyone who suits up on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as a tight end, sit them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cameron Brate, sit him. Rob
Yeah.
Gronkowski, sit him. Garbage.
I
So,
kind of like Gronk. I think Gronk's gonna get a touchdown this week
nothing. He gets nothing. He gets both of
because
them.
I think Tampa Bay got little linebackers.
Combined, they get 11.5 points. I'm just going to say that.
I'm telling you, Gronk's
Combined.
getting in there. So.
All right. So typically, we have Genius here, and we do G's Corner. He asked us a question about what's going on in the state of the NFL, fantasy, whatever. But I'm gonna, Devin, I'm gonna be honest. He's stepping up, Kenny. He's ahead. He may be a little ahead of the race in the No Mammy right now on you. So Devin, give the panel a question. We're gonna answer it quickly, Kenny. Not 6 days from now. Not gonna tweet about it next week. Give us a question, and we'll talk about it.
So we got 2 defensive games this week.
Okay.
Tennessee, Indiana, Pitt, Baltimore.
Okay.
Do you think they both go over their totals?
Wow.
Baltimore and Pitt's 44.5. Tennessee and Indiana's 51.
Wow, we got a DFS question over here. You know what? You're stepping your game
No
up.
to the first one, and it's Indiana versus who?
Tennessee,
Indianapolis versus Tennessee. And what's that over?
51. I think they both go over.
No,
No,
I say no to the
Baltimore
first
can't
one.
hold their
Yes.
part. My only thing is Baltimore can't hold their own this week.
And Pitt, believe it or not, you go back and look at Pitt's games to teams that can score. They gave up 19 to Cowboys. They gave up 28. They gave up 24 to the Ravens last game. 28-24. Titans was 27-24. Browns 38-7. 44.5 points ain't a big deal.
But they ran on the Steelers with them.
Yeah,
They played when
they were
the
running.
Steelers played the Eagles 38-29.
my only thing with no J.K. Dobbins and no Mark Ingram and just leaving it up to Gus Edwards and whoever else they're going to throw in there, I can see a lot of stacking the box because they're a quick defense, man.
But does that not mean does that not see a 38-7 game or a 28-20 game?
Oh
You know
no,
what I'm saying?
I no. Mike Tomlin's not going to take his foot off the gas at all.
Right.
So I
That's what I'm
could
trying
see
to say.
them. They may be able to break that on their own.
That's what I'm saying. They could score 40. It would be tough. It
That-
might
that
be
was-
raining. It
That
depends
was
on the weather
that
too.
was-
It might be raining.
that was a great question. On the Titans side, yeah, I 51. I'm going to say 60 is going to get scored in that game.
I can see that game being a 28-27.
Yeah.
29, 30, 30, 29, 32, 29, something like that.
Okay. Well, damn. I'm going to drop it on that one. That was a great question, D. I'm impressed, man. I'm very impressed with that. See, Kenny, step your game up.
That's why I
All
make
right. Well,
playoffs every year.
this is the time of the day, the time of the show that we reflect back and we look back at our last week in our No Man Fantasy Football League. We got, 2 OGs and 2 now veterans. I mean, Kenny, you've been in the league, damn near 10 years now. Devin, you've been in the league damn near 7, 8 years now. So,
Hall of Famer.
please, the jacket doesn't fit.
That's all you needed to put a jacket on. I was like, yeah, it's official.
Before I get into the matchups, I'm going to give some shout outs, No longer in first place. Now in first place is my man, Carlos. So good job, Colombian.
Yeah.
Good golf clap. Lewis is in second place.
Yeah.
Both 9 and 2, but he got him by over 100 points. So he's locking down. But guys, just so you know, I know you guys know this. Kenny, just maybe I don't know if you know this. It means absolutely nothing. First place means absolutely nothing. Second place means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. That's all that matters. So we got 2 guys on the podcast today representing in the playoffs right now. We got my man Devin in the 4th spot, big chips, 6 and 5, and my man Wes, 4th and Renfro, baby, 6 and 5 as well, holding down the 5th spot. So
It'll be tight.
it's going to be very tight because last week, Genus, who we're going to talk about, G, was in the 3rd spot. Now he's in the 6th spot. So one more little L, and he could fall down. Now, Kenny, I mean, 3 and 8, man, it's tough. I get it, man. I'm 4 and 7. I mean, we're just having some bad years, buddy. But there's a cluster again. So I'm looking to win the next 2 weeks. I'm going to try to ride off this wonderful, beautiful victory that I had over my friend and yours, the number 1 free agent co-host in podcast world, one of the 3 most dangerous men in the podcast era, Mr. Genus Garcia. We had a little matchup last week, week 11, and our matchup got an A+ rating because I won, of course. I beat him 146 to 134. Just want to say that I went into that game down by like almost 40 points, and I wound up winning by 12. So shout out to Jared Goff. Hope you're watching the podcast, brother. Shout out to Cooper Cup. You watched the podcast. Between those 2 guys, I had 56 points, 56.54 points. So I got a dub this week. So I was pretty happy about that.
Probably had it by halftime too, because Cup had about 10 catches by halftime.
No, so the thing about it was so right before half I was winning. I want to say by like 2 points, and then I think he threw a pass or something, and for like 19, 20 yards, and I went down by like 4. I was like, what the? Like it was just swinging back and forth. It was crazy. But in another game, Marshall, my dad, man, he's slipping. Wes, it's crazy. He's falling. He's doing a stew. He's lost the last 2 weeks, I think. And so Marshall beat him. So shout out to Marshall. Good job. I'm going to leave the best for last, so Devin, don't think I'm leaving you out, buddy. We have my man, my brother. Shout out to Lee. He beat him and Butch, the two elder statesmen, the brothers. He beat him 160 to 141. Another Kelly 75. Kelly likes to hover around 65 to 85 points. He doesn't really like to tinker with the hundreds too much. So, he took another L, 131 to 75. So, ouch. And then I'll let you two guys. I mean, look, I'm going to be honest. I didn't plan this. We talked about it. We knew it last week because we talked about it last week a little bit. Wes, you had the pleasure of facing off against the bathroom break over here, Kenny. Kenny, is that an Auburn shirt you're wearing?
Yeah, it is. My daughter goes there, brother.
So you're wearing an Auburn shirt. You cheer for the Tar Heels.
I cheer for both.
I got a question, Kenny.
Yes, sir.
You got some decent receivers, man. Go look at your lineup again before you play Sunday. Before you play this week, man.
I'll check it out, man. I mean, Amari.
Ken, you got Aguilar. Who you got? Amari Cooper. You got.
Amari didn't do anything last week, man.
Yeah, but it's a new week to week, bro. Week to week.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll let Wes
alone and look at the matchups.
We'll let Wes talk about his awe-inspiring victory over Kenny, 113 to 93. A nice 20-point victory that Wes had over him. Wes, go for it. Say what you got to say. You got him right there, Wes. Give it.
Kenny, you got a chance to take out Janice, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna do everything I can. I can assure you that.
Whoa!
There you go.
Whoa!
I like upsetting.
Not more for me to say. I ain't need to talk about our game,
Hey,
man.
man.
Kenny, that's it.
I can't wait till next week when Genius is on here and he was.
Kenny, hey, I had the podcast with that. Kenny said,
exactly. I ain't even
no
gonna talk about my matchup.
Hey,
I'm happy you won, Kenny.
Hey, I want to throw it to you, Devin. You got 2 minutes, man. Give us the business, man. You earned it, baby. You earned it.
Man, look, I had a fun week this past week. It was great. This was a great fantasy week for me. It was wonderful. Monday was thrilling and chilling at the same time. I thought I was going to lose, and all of a sudden I saw R. Woods catch that West pass in the fourth quarter, and I said, got him. I was done watching the game. It was a wrap.
Exactly. I love that. You just turn it off.
Lewis, you my guy, man. I hope I didn't start a downward trend for you, brother.
Oh man, I don't know, man. This is gauntlet time. I don't know. I haven't looked at the matchups this week, so let's take a gander at what we got coming up this week.
Oh man, I'm in 6, boy. I got to come with it.
Lewis got another tough one, man. He got the boys rocked.
Yeah, I mean, my brother can put up some points, man. He's been known to drop $160 on people. So
yes, sir.
We got me versus my dad. He whooped my ass the first time we played this season. Hopefully I'll get him. He's catch him on his downward trend, and me hopefully going up to the right, him going down to the left. Yeah, no, yeah, Devin, you got Marshall. That's it. I mean, it could be a tough matchup, man. So I assume you're predicting yourself to win this one there.
I am, and Julio Jones, that punk. I'm probably gonna bench him just for the simple fact I said it on this podcast. So I ain't gonna play him. I don't care if he helps.
Nice. Now I will say this: it would be funny if you do start him, and he is shit. Then we get to talk smack about you next week, like you should have sat him. Anyway.
Oh, look at my lineup. I done took him out. He is on the bench, bro. I'm not playing.
Now, I do want to let you know though, Dev, if you happen to lose, you know, you're at 1398 in points, and you probably won't move down too much. But you know, if you know Kenny's prediction comes true, where he's going to beat Genus, Wes, you said you got a tough matchup this week. You're going up against Carlos. You know, he's trying now. Carlos, I know Carlos for a long time. Carlos loves that #1 spot, baby. He's been itching for that son of a bitch all season. So I'm just saying, if Devin, if you lose, Wes loses, Kenny, if your prediction comes correct that you beat Genus and I win, I'm moving on up like the Jeffersons. I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all because I'm beating Big Stu this week. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, they'll make that last week just like crazy as fuck.
I love that, and I love that about our league. And Devin, you could attest to this or whatever. That last week of the regular season in this league is always good. It's always it's competitive. And even this year, Kenny, you win today, and you know this week and next week, you could either help your own cause, which I think for you and I, we're already out of it. But we could crush other people's dreams, you know, and you know, it's not shocking to get a team that has 6 wins into the playoffs this year. It's just not, you know, and that's the great part about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking forward to it. We got 3 games on Thursday. I don't know, you know, what you guys, everyone, if you watched the podcast, which I hope both of you have watched, subscribed, liked, comment. Oh, there's Kenny. He's gone. He's gone. He gone. I hate Thursday nights. I hate Thursday games, and I'm gonna do my best to stay away from these. I do right now. I think I got Claypool starting Thursday night. I think I may keep him, but I don't know, man. So let's go real quick. We'll do these.
It's tough, Mister, to not play players.
I know when you got 3 games. When you got 3 games, also. So, Wes, I'm gonna give you my lock of the week. I'm going the Rams.
Over the 49ers?
Yeah, I'm going Rams over the 49ers.
I'm about to say, I mean, short week for the Rams. 49ers been on the bye.
But here, short week for the Rams, but guess what? Guess where they are? Home. They were home last. No, but they don't have to travel.
California. 2 California teams.
No, but I'm just saying, there's no traveling. They're not traveling from Tampa to home. They played at home last night, and they're home again this week. Yeah. So
I think my boy's gonna put up a little fight.
Exactly, man. You don't sleep on that division game, especially when you had a week off.
Give me your NFL lock of the week, then.
Who you asking, me or Devin?
Either or. I'll take either one.
Go ahead, Devin.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with Pitt and Baltimore over 44.
You're gonna give me you're gonna give me a game and over, okay.
Yeah.
So Pitt and Baltimore over 44. All right. Wes, give me your lock.
My lock will be I'll go. That's an easy one.
Actually, Devin, I'm gonna have you pick a team because I'm gonna move your lock to bold prediction.
I want to go Chargers over the Bills. It's gonna be a close game, but I think the Chargers gonna pull. This is the one close game the Chargers are going to get.
Give me Tampa Bay over Kansas City.
Ooh. I was thinking about that too.
Okay.
Tom Brady
at home.
At home. Yeah. All right, so bold prediction. Ready? I'm gonna stay in that game. Devin, you gave me your bold prediction of Pitt and Baltimore over 41. I'm gonna go Chiefs and Bucks. 800 plus yards of total offense. That's my bold prediction of the week. James?
All right.
I'm with you.
I need a bold prediction.
All right. Let me go. Damn it! I've been smashing on Carson Wentz all fucking show. I'm gonna go Eagles over Seahawks.
It could happen.
Monday night. I banged on Carson Wentz this whole show, and I'm like, I looked at it, I was like, man, they can get Seattle. I was like, it may be a shootout, but they can get Seattle.
No, hey, again, that's one of the kind of go back to earlier what Devin said. It's that they are definitely one of those teams that score a lot of points but give up a hell of a lot of points too.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, all right, that's another show in the books, fellas. Man, this was legendary. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Then we should have had you on weeks earlier, man. You're the truth, man. Up, down, sideways, left, and right. You're the truth, homie. So thank you, appreciate you. I am gonna throw few things before I let you go. Real quick, I'm gonna say two names. I want just one name picked. Tyson Jones, quick.
Tyson.
All right, beautiful. Tyson, of course.
Did
No
you see
disrespect to my man Roy Jones.
Did you see Tyson's YouTube video? He's a pit bull.
Dude,
Exactly.
he's nasty, dude. He looks. Roy Jones is scared.
Yeah, Roy Jones has already said I made a mistake.
Yeah. Before the even fight started, dude. Like he's
Made a mistake,
it's bad.
bro.
It's bad.
Tyson said I'm back, and he looked like a darn problem.
He is ready.
Exactly.
So let me ask you this: do you think he could come back into the? I mean, I hate to talk about boxing on the podcast, but do you think?
I don't know about that far. You mean like into actual fighting? No.
No.
Okay. All right.
Because these heavyweights here are young and
mm-hmm.
these boys young and strong and I mean Tyson's he's still 50 or whatever how old he is.
Dude, he may dislocate Roy Jones's liver this weekend, dude. And
it's supposed to be like a real fight, but it's a fight. I don't know how you're gonna get in the ring with Tyson and not be a real fight.
Dude, Tyson's one of those guys that you remember those old cartoons when like a bell rings and the guy that's what Tyson is. Once that bell rings, Tyson just ding, okay, kill.
That's the funny thing about boxing. Like I remember growing up where we had a set of gloves, right? And all the boys exactly. And we were all like, we gonna box, but we gonna box for fun, right?
Oh,
until you get hit.
It's a wrap.
You're like,
hey, straight up and down. So we used to do this in the building behind my house, right? And Wes and I grew up in the same projects. We used to go behind on Shore Parkway, and they had this
where nobody could see us.
Right. They had. I mean, it was the back. It was the back of the road. We backed up to the highway, and it was a big, just a big box, grass or whatever. And I forgot who it was. I want to say it was one of the Ackerman boys or whatever. And that they were testing me all week long. It was during the summertime.
Kenny's texting, sorry.
And I broke him in half. So, once that bell rings, man, you get, like Wes said, I got punched in the face one time. I was like, okay. It's on. Let's go. I can punch you now. So, but Devin, thank you for joining. God bless the family. Wish you guys a very happy and healthy Thanksgiving. Stay COVID-free.
Y'all.
Love y'all.
Appreciate it.
Wes,
Matt.
as always,
You're always
baby.
welcome back, Devin.
Appreciate it. Deuces, I'll holler at y'all.
All right, fellas.